To Cyril, a further example of the eccentricity of foreigners. To Dick, just a familiar landmark. It's here in Brussels that British Leyland have a plant producing trucks specially for Europe. Peter threads his way confidently through the traffic of Oslo. With the marathon's accurate, effortless steering, town driving presents no problems at all, neither to its driver or the other traffic. The sleeper cab marathon rests outside a routier cafe, while inside, Cyril attempts his first meal on foreign soil.
Le cassoulet, s'il vous plaît.
Le cassoulet. Et monsieur?
Deux oups, s'il vous plaît. Oups.
Oups? Qu'est-ce que c'est oups?
Oups. Oups. French. Oups. Les enfants de la chicken.
Ah, des herbes.
Et les Français frites.
Français? Je ne comprends pas.
Les Français frites. Les French fried. Les chips.
Ah, the Leyland chips. Why, you not say? What's a tea? Madame butter? Sweet food?
Peter now heads up towards the Norwegian mountains. They'll call for the use of continuous high power for very long periods. Over 8 square feet of radiator can handle all cooling needs in the hottest temperatures, let alone Norway. In Belgium, it's a long, fast haul for the southbound marathon towards the Luxembourg border. Normal cruising speed, 65 miles per hour with 38 tons up. Luxembourg, still the same romantic fortress city, a thriving monument to medieval planning and contemporary restraint. For all its size, the marathon seems to be in scale here. Somehow, functional design skips the centuries.
Oh, look at that! Where are we?
Luxembourg.
A modest town in northern France. The marathon, even in its highest powered version, meets all requirements for noise and smoke levels and offers no threat to the environment we live in. The marathon is a gentle giant. That sign of the times marks one of the extensive chain of Leyland service stations that now stretches across Europe. They're staffed with Leyland-trained engineers and are fully stocked with Leyland spares. For Dick, it's one of his regular fueling stops whenever he's on this route. For new Europeans like Cyril, it's a reassuring bit of home from home. The standard marathon tank holds 75 gallons for a range of up to 500 miles. With an option of 100 gallons to put the range up to 700 miles.
Ah, bonjour, bonjour.
Ça va?
Leyland.
C'est à Leyland, le camion.
Yeah?
Très beau camion, hein?
Very good, très bon, très bon.
Vous voulez du gasoil?
Gasoil? Yes, oui. 40 gallons. 4. Dick! Fill it up.
Dick takes time out to chat to the manager, one of the many vieux amis, alta kameraden, amici vecchi, he's made in useful places across Europe, while Cyril gets on with refueling the marathon. On his way up through Norway, Peter's now well above the snow line. Baby, it's cold out there. But inside the cab, it's shirt-sleeved weather, for the marathon's heater can convert 36 degrees of frost outside into air-in cab temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's made possible by the first-class draft-proofing of the new cab. In France, Dick too is moving up into the mountain country. With all the tortuous twists and turns ahead, he'll also find marathon features to be grateful for. Just for starters, the stability of the suspension when cornering, even with a high-box van loaded with liquid gold. Nor does mountain driving present the power loss problems you get with normally aspirated engines, because marathon turbocharging automatically compensates for changes in altitude. At the French-Swiss border, Cyril will have a chance to find out that the natives are really quite friendly after all.
10. 10,000 bottles de scotch. Pamolbe.
Ah, it's good.
Good, yeah.
Vous allez où avec?
What are Italia?
Ah, en italien.
Yeah.
Ah, c'est un ordre.
Gives you a thirst, eh, mate? Gives you, vous avez, what's thirst?
Soif.
Soif. Vous avez soif.
Ah, oui.
Hey, whiskey.
The marathon's lights are designed to match its performance. Their power more than equal to meet the needs of maximum speed night driving. Night in the Norwegian mountains. Peter has his marker lights on. If he does meet other traffic, its drivers will know the exact dimensions of his truck. Full marker lights are standard on all marathons. Down south, Dick and Cyril pull into a lay-by for a really comfortable night's rest. Drivers can sleep soundly in the marathon. Full-depth, light-proofed curtains provide privacy and seal off the whole cab. There are 2 bunks meeting European regulations for size and spacing, and supremely comfortable, with almost 6.5 feet length of soothing foam mattress. The top bunk folds away to allow the passenger seat to recline, and safety straps are fitted to protect the sleeping passenger. Beneath the lower bunk is plenty of space for overnight case storage.
What about it, Cyril? Double egg and chips, then?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll try some Swiss grub since we're here.
They've got German, though, Chef.
Oh. Deutsches zu essen, ja?
Wir haben Bratwurst, Weißwurst, Bockwurst, Blutwurst, Zibeliwurst, Schweinswurst.
What's all them worse?
Sorts of sausage.
Oh, no, Nick Dick. I don't want to go from bad to worst. Bad to... Hey, do you have sauerkraut? That's German.
Yes, that's German.
Yeah? I'll have double egg and sauerkraut.
Oh.
Big as it is, the marathon can turn on a centime, one day, who knows, on a kopeck. Unlike many other European trucks, the marathon has spring brakes on the front axle as well as the rear, so that you have 4-wheel parking brakes plus 4-wheel fail-safe braking if all of the 3 separate air systems should fail. Standard on the marathon is a 9-speed close ratio gearbox, a range change unit of the twin countershaft type, with a full range of power takeoffs and a direct air switch on the lever for range change. The torque capacity has a built-in reserve of higher than 20%, and the deep bottom gear allows starting with 38 tons on a 1-in-4 gradient, with 65 miles per hour available on the same axle ratio in overdrive top. Optional is a 13-speed close ratio transmission of the same high capacity, using both splitter and range change mechanisms in the same box. Taper leaf suspension throughout is brand new on a British truck, giving tremendous advantages in comfort and light unladen weight. Dampers are fitted at each wheel, and the secret of this suspension's outstanding ride comfort on smooth roads or colonial tracks is in the separation and careful control of the springing and damping functions. On the tandem drive tractor, there's a totally new bogie, specially developed for the marathon. An ingenious space structure of steel pressings spreads the suspension loads across the frame, achieving a weight saving of over 250 pounds against the lightest conventional system. Both types of suspension have been designed to keep maintenance to the minimum. On the long plunge down from the San Bernardino, there'll be no hint of brake fade, for all marathons have an exhaust brake as a standard feature, which keeps linings cool on long down grades and can treble brake life before overhaul is necessary. It's just a doddle for Dick. But Cyril's never been higher than halfway up Blackpool Tower, and well, it does seem a long way to fall. Just as well he has that no-sweat seat. Dawn in the Norwegian Alps and the temperature down below zero. A quick check of oil and water, and it is quick. He just has to drop a flap and the dipstick is ready to hand with the oil and cooling system caps alongside and the ether injection system for use in extremely low temperatures. After a night out in the hard frost, this could be as good a test of cold starting as you're likely to find. Contact. On tricky mountain roads like this, Peter will be glad of the driver-operated cross-axle diff lock, standard on all single-drive trucks. On tandem-drive versions, there's a lockable third differential. With tire and wheel sizes up to 1100, chains too can be fitted on the rear bogie. Dick has pulled in for a routine check at the British Leyland linked service station in Milan. It takes very little muscle and just a few moments to tilt the all-steel cab despite the weight. And there's a double safety lock just in case. The cab tilts to 65 degrees to give complete access even to the front of the engine.
Anything else to do?
No, just like having a look round.
Well, can I help?
Yeah, shut the cab down.
Dick's truck is fitted with a 335 horsepower diesel, just one of the range of units available in marathons, giving a power span from 280 to 335 horsepower. Peter has the new British Leyland TL12 engine, a 280 horsepower, 12-litre direct injection turbocharged diesel, a wet liner engine which has Bosch fuel injection with mechanical governing, an oil cooler and Butec electrics. There's ample capacity in its cooling system, a big header tank mounted on top of a massive radiator aided by a large high-mounted fan and the automatic Kaiser shutter that's standard on all marathons to give longer engine life and lower consumption. To match the radiator capacity of the marathon, the water pump has a capacity of 45 gallons per minute. It feeds water through the oil cooler and is piped round the rear of the engine into the side rail, which provides a cross-flow cooling of the cylinder block. A high-capacity air compressor is gear-driven from the timing gears and provides 13.5 cubic feet of compressed air per minute at rated speed. The Leyland TL12 engine is the result of a long development program aimed to produce a unit with a life of around 400,000 miles before a major overhaul. It's hotting up in Italy, but the marathon keeps cool whatever the outside temperature. No matter what the driving conditions, the high-capacity cooling system can cope with plenty of reserve in hand. When the temperature gets really hot, it's still agreeable for the driver and passenger too. The 5-way cab ventilator is standard equipment in the sleeper cab marathons. Impulsive Cyril. Are you sure you're on the right road? Well, no, and it could be a little tricky to back down again. Perhaps Dick would. It's not really all that difficult, not with the marathon. All Cyril needs is just a little more practice and he'd be taking it anywhere in any direction. The Marathon is so responsive to its precise steering, switching from lock to lock is easy, quick and effortless. Even the 6.5-ton axle load and 11-inch tires don't make it hard work for the driver with the standard power steering. Peter's trip takes him through some pretty stark country, but Marathon's heavy-duty rear axles have been developed to survive much rougher treatment than this. On four-wheelers, there's a choice of 11 or 13 tons capacity, or with cross-axle locks and Leyland hub reduction gearing with needle roller bearings. The six-wheeler bogies has a standard rating of 18.5 tons and an optional rating of 24 tons. On soft, rutted slush, Peter's Marathon seems to run on rails, no slide and no wheel spin. Dick accelerates and the other trucks could be standing still. Whichever engine is fitted, it'll never be a Marathon that holds up the traffic, and that means quicker journey times and more profitable operation with plenty of power in hand. Reliability too, for every Marathon component has built-in reserves of strength for 38 tons operation in the toughest conditions. Without effort, without noise or smoke, without a touch of strain, the Marathon can swiftly reach and tirelessly hold motorway cruising speeds, hour after hour, day after day. Peter enters Trondheim and nears the end of his journey. Stone the Crows, we're all at sea. It's all right, it's Cyril again. Something odd has happened to Cyril since this trip began, a metamorphosis. He's finally become a keen and conscientious citizen, misguided perhaps at times, but certainly keen and rightly proud of his Marathon. Wants it in slap-up showroom condition for its journey's end.
Not salt water, Cyril.
Dick shouldn't worry too much. That cab is thoroughly corrosion-proofed inside and out. Undersealed too. After coping calmly with some of the most tortuous and treacherous conditions a truck is likely to meet, Peter himself is as fresh as paint, and there's not so much as a chip on a Wedgwood saucer. And way down south, 10,000 beautiful bottles of the spirit of international insobriety approach Genoa.
Well, we've done it.
Done what?
See Naples and die.
It's Genoa.
Yes, Cyril is still a very new European, but he's certainly made remarkable progress gastronomically. The long, hard haul from double eggs and chips to...
Foglio. Bracciolino di vitelli con tagliatelle, pomodoro sugo, per favore.
Oh, mi dispiace. Noi abbiamo mangiare italiano. Questo ristorante sono portoristo inglese.
You what?
Italian, no, she's off.
Ah, inglese.
Yeah, how did you guess?
Ah, ben, signore. May I recommend a speciality for a casa? A double egg and a cheese. A pot of tea and a bread and butter.
Lummy an egg.